Namaskaram, this is Kapil from EHS Academy and welcome to hashtag Ask EHS episode number 1. Guys, the purpose of creating this particular special program, hashtag Ask EHS 2, is to take most frequently asked comments of a week and to answer them separately because these are those comments which are asked by most of our subscribers, most of our people, those who are watching our videos. So all the people can be benefited by this particular video. So without wasting any single second, let's get straight to the video. So the comment number 1 is from Kiran Ramesh. He is asking, I'm having NIBOSH certification. Do I need to do IOSH for my career advance? Does this make any extra attention to the employers? So first of all, guys, you need to make sure that when you have NIBOSH, it means first of all, NIBOSH is not a certification, it's a certificate. Okay, do I need to do IOSH for my career advance? Now you need to understand that IOSH is a level 2 certificate and NIBOSH is a level 3 one. Most frequently, maybe he was asking about NIBOSH IGC. Okay, when you have NIBOSH, then you don't need to go for IOSH. Okay, if you have personal choice means you can go it. Otherwise, there is no need to go for that. But yeah, if you want to advance your career, then you have another option that is called NIBOSH International Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety. You can go for that, or NIBOSH Environmental Diploma. Okay, so these two options you have. Otherwise, going for IOSH doesn't make sense because NIBOSH IGC is a level 3 qualification and IOSH MS, which is done by most of the people, is a level 2 qualification. That it doesn't make any sense. If you want to go for advanced courses, go for NIBOSH IDIP, go for ASP and CSP. These are the advanced courses. Going for IOSH, I don't think so. It's a good option. Okay, comment number 2, that is from MD Irfan. So MD Irfan is asking, sir, I just want to know that the course IOSH MS is an offline or online course. If it is both, then which one is the better or same? See, IOSH MS managing safely is a online also, offline also. Not depend upon your institute from where you are doing. Some institutes are there, those who are conducting this particular course, IOSH MS or any IOSH related course, only on online basis, not on offline basis. Okay, online is also good and offline is also good, but as per my opinion, you should go for offline because when you are going in the offline courses, you can interact with your tutor. Apart from that IOSH, you can get his personal experience also, whatever he have gained, and whatever the extra tips are there, that also you can gain. Okay, but as per my opinion, you should go for the offline one. That is very good, and there is no differences. The course pattern is going to be same, the number of classes gonna be same, the value of these gonna be same. Okay, there is no differences, but opt for offline one. This is gonna be good. Okay, let's go to the third comment, that is from Top International News. Wow, Top International News is asking which course will be good after BSc Fire and Safety Engineering and Best Institute. See, after BSc Fire and Safety, simpler option, go for MSc Industrial Safety and Hygiene. Okay, now see, this particular question is asked by lot of people actually. Okay, the simple answer is that, see, whenever you are doing any like BTech, okay, when you are doing any sort of BTech in any of the domain, then will you go for 1 year diploma after that? No, you will go for MTech because MTech is the next step for going for that because it is one of the good degree. So likewise, same case is applicable when you have done MSc Fire and Safety Engineering or MSc in Fire and Safety Management. You can go for MSc in Industrial Hygiene or Industrial Safety. That will be a good option. And best institute will be depend upon your area because in India, very few institutes are there, those who are providing MSc in safety. So search out any good institute nearby you. If you are getting some problem, kindly let me know. I can develop a separate video on that. Okay, statewide video. Like for example, in Maharashtra, what are the top 10 institutes are there, those who are providing these courses. Like that, I can develop different videos. Okay, depend upon your demand. So let's go to the another doubt. It is coming from Ayub Qureshi. Ayub Qureshi is asking, sir, can I do NIBOSH IGC directly, and what's the education qualification required for that, and can I get job after NIBOSH IGC? What do you suggest to do? First, please reply. So see, Ayub, you can do NIBOSH IGC directly. That's not a problem. Generally, they are asking for IELTS score only. IELTS means English testing. How much English you know? Okay, you can go for NIBOSH IGC directly, NIBOSH IDIP directly. Okay, but before going to the IGC, just make sure that you have some knowledge about health and safety. If you have experience means, then you can go. That's good. Okay, and education qualification, no education qualification is required. You can get job easily. That's not a problem. In Middle East market, if you apply means you can get the job very easily. But what I will suggest you is, if you have experience more than 5 years or 6 years, instead of IGC, go for IDIP. It will take more effort, it will take more money, it will take more time, but the results will be awesome because everybody nowadays is holding NIBOSH IGC. If you go for IDIP means, that will be good for your future also. Okay, you don't need to again prepare for IDIP and go again for the examination. IDIP go means that will be a good option. Okay, I hope it's clear to you, Ayub. Let's go to the another doubt that is coming from Veda Edits. Veda Edits is asking, Bro, I had completed diploma in electronics and communication engineering. Now I'm studying BSc Fire and Industrial Safety. Can I get a job as a safety engineer? Yeah, you can get it. Okay, with the edits, you can get that job very easily. See, after completing BTech in any domain or in fire and safety engineering, if you're doing any sort of diploma or without any diploma, if you have BTech in safety and fire engineering, you can get a job as a safety engineer. Or if you have 3 years diploma in engineering, afterwards you are doing any sort of qualification health and safety, then also you can get safety engineer position very easily. That's not a problem. But in big companies, maybe you will find some difficulties. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. Now, Vivek Tiwari, he is asking, great bro, you should create a more content of the process safety and system safety. First of all, thanks Vivek, and we are working on that actually, system and process safety. The thing is that no, when we are sticking to that content, systems and process, the response is not that much good. But it's my promise that we'll make some more content with regards to that. And the main purpose of this channel also is to impart, is to develop, is to uh, what you can call promote the technical safety instead of conventional safety. Okay, so don't worry about that. I have noted that and will create as soon as possible this particular content for you and for everyone those who are watching. Okay, next out is coming from Lambe Norman. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. He is asking, मैं कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट हूँ, क्या मैं MBA करने के पास इंजीनियर की पोस्ट कर सकता हूँ? How bro, how you can go for after commerce student you can work as an engineer? There is no chances. Already in the previous comments I have told you two qualification that you need to have. You need to must have any diploma engineering or BTech or graduation in engineering. Then only you will be eligible to get safety engineering post. Okay, as a commerce student you cannot go for that particular post. Okay. Okay, after that, Sagar EHS is asking question, how to get ASP and CSP, Associate Safety Professional and Certified Safety Professional. See, this particular question and questions related to that, like how to get IDIP, what is the comparison between IDIP and NEBOSH IGC, these are the questions which is frequently asked to me. So the simple answer of that is, I have developed a full series on ASP and CSP, or you can call it BCSP certification series. So just what you need to do is you need to go to the playlist. Everything is available. Just go and check out them. Otherwise, put ASP and CSP EHS Academy. Everything will come in front of you. Okay. So everything is available about ASP and CSP, and currently all working on these topics. Okay. So after some more time, you will see a lot of videos are coming on such topics also. So don't worry about that. Everything is there. How to get ASP and CSP. So you can visit to channel again and check out the videos related to that. So guys, this about today's video. I hope you got some information from these comments, and tell me how you find this episode. Ask EHS episode, as well as any sort of like modifications you need, any sort of changes you need in that particular episode, because I'm gonna make this episode every Sunday. Okay, especially for you, so you can, these are the comments which are like widely asked by all of the people. Okay, so tell me how you find this particular episode. So this was the end of this video. I hope you find it informative. If you find it informative, like this video, share this video, press the like button, subscribe to this channel. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, take care.